Hey, so I had surgery on the shoulder. I've been laid up for about 5 months, completely idle. I can't stand being idle. I spend way too much time in my head. One of the things I realized is that I am perfectly middle class. And when I say perfectly middle class, I mean dead center. I think I represent all of middle class America, middle class average American. If you had a line graph, on one side you had rich, and on the other side you had poor, there'd be a line in the middle representing middle class. I am centered on that line. If you took that line and blew it up once again, you'd have J.C. Penney slacks not on sale on this side, and Dickies on sale at Walmart on this side. Now, some of you might be thinking, J.C. Penney slack, that's not middle class. You're slightly above middle class. You're probably buying slacks at Nordstrom occasionally. You're not dead center. I am dead center. Carhartt jeans, JCPenney slacks, Dickies on sale, Carhartt. But I said absolute dead center. You could take that center line of Carhartt and blow it up once again, and you would have high-end work pants, Duluth Trading on this end, and Carhartt on sale. I'm right in the middle at Carhartt jeans. But remember, I said absolute dead center. We could blow that up slightly one more time, and you'd have, I can wear these out on a date a couple of times. These are nice. And that's balanced out with, God, do these make my dick look big or little? Balance. More evidence of how middle class I am. I own 5 cars. Only 2 of them work at any given time, which is a problem because I just got this one back up and running. So if that's too subtle, the so means that one of them is probably going to break down within the week, and I'm going to have to deal with that. I own my own business. I'm my only employee. I'm married to a doctor, but she's a vet. And let's face it, veterinarians are the middle class doctors of the world. Doctors would be over on this end, rich. There are some middle class doctors, but they're typically on the higher end. Then you've got vets that sort of occupy that area. There are some rich vets. There are some poor vets. The balance to the rich doctors would be a doctor that went to school at like Cayman Island University and works at an urgent care in Fresno. That's the balance. I don't say it with fanfare. I'm middle class. I am not dejected about it. I'm just fucking middle class. There's balance. I'm middle class. Some of you might be thinking, that would suck. You're probably rich. That's balanced out by the people that think I've got it great. There are good things. There are great things that go along with this. It's not all just mediocre, although that's typically what I strive for, is this mediocrity. The good things. I have sex a lot with my wife. Well, and myself. But now, some of you would be thinking, that would be awesome, having lots of sex, 6, 7, 8 times a week. That is balanced out. All of you think that would be great. It's balanced out by an equal number of people that think, God, that would suck, because work, I don't know. It's good. And it's not just average sex. Some of it is great. Some of it is, holy shit, that time when you were like purring like a kitten. Oh. And of course, that's balanced out with, look, things have been stressful at work. This happens sometimes. We'll get over it. So, balance. That balance, there's good and there's bad balance. For instance, if I go out on a date with my wife and we go to a nice restaurant, if the meal is good, inevitably, there's going to be somebody at that restaurant that I kind of recognize. I'm like, shit, what the hell's their name? Oh, God, they looked over here. Oh, fuck, should I say hi? Oh, I can't remember their name. What the hell's their name? If the dinner's good and the wine is good, there's going to be somebody there who is a parent of a kid that my kids go to school with, and they're going to come over and talk to me. Please don't do that. Just let me eat my dinner. The other things that balance me out, I'm bipolar. Okay, you're thinking, holy shit, that would not be good. I have good days and I have bad days. I have great days and I have some pretty shitty days. I'm also self-diagnosed, so that brings it right into the center. Of course, I think maybe I'm actually bipolar. Balance. This has given me superpowers. I can discern the direct socioeconomic inverse in any situation. A guy that drives around in a brand new customized Corvette, owns a $1.5 million house, not married, retired at 50. Somebody that lives in North Highlands, has 4 cars, only one of which runs. The other 3 are on blocks in his lawn, and he doesn't own 2 of them. That's the direct inverse. So then I'm thinking, well, what do I do with this superpower? Self-diagnosed, once again. Because if it was an actual superpower, that would bump me up a bit. That would actually bump me up quite a bit, because I'd be the first person with actual superpowers. There is no direct benefit or disadvantage to this superpower. It's just something I've got. So I was sitting around thinking, what can I do to take advantage of this? Every time I do something good, something shitty happens. So what if I did something difficult? Perhaps something good will happen. So what did I choose to do? This. Filming myself and putting myself out there. I've spent 50 years of my life trying not to put myself out there. So we'll see what happens. What's the balance in your life? When you're sitting there and you think something's great, it's got to have balance. The shitty things, what can you do that would be difficult that you might benefit from? Take some time, put some thought into it. Good luck. I gotta get going here. See ya.